Hey, it's Rick Kettner here. Let's explore 6 of the very best small business marketing books. These books can help you attract and convert more customers to grow your business. And while every small business is a little bit different and unique, these books cover the most common marketing challenges that you are likely to face. So I highly recommend that you go through this entire list. Familiarize yourself with each one of these books so you can decide whether or not they are relevant to you. Let's begin with book number 1, Marketing Made Simple by Donald Miller. One of the most common marketing mistakes is focusing entirely on attracting more attention, using paid advertising or PR campaigns or other marketing channels with the idea that if you can simply reach a larger audience, then that will solve all of your marketing issues. And unfortunately, this isn't true because many businesses, especially small businesses, do not have a reliable or effective way to convert new prospects into paid customers. And unfortunately, no amount of attention or reach can solve the problem of having a weak or confusing sales process. Marketing Made Simple can help you build an effective sales funnel, one that makes it easy for your customers to understand exactly why they need your solution. And the book guides you through how to build out 5 critical components for your marketing funnel, including a one-liner, a website or landing page, a lead generator, an email nurture campaign, and an email sales campaign. So before you shift your focus over to attracting more attention through advertising and other marketing channels, I highly recommend that you go through this book. It's a very practical and actionable guide for building out a more effective sales funnel. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more about this book, before you pick up a copy, I do have a follow-up episode that covers some of my favorite insights from the book in a little bit more detail, and I'll link that up for you down in the episode description box. Let's continue on to book number 2, Traction by Gabriel Weinberg and Justin Mares. Once you've established a sales funnel, it's time to focus on attracting more attention to bring in potential customers. Now, one very common mistake that people make at this stage is they assume that just because a marketing channel was very effective for another business, that it will also be highly effective for their business. And this isn't always the case. Take a marketing channel like Facebook advertising. It might be highly effective for one business, but when you transfer it to another business, it might completely fail. And so it's very important to understand which marketing opportunities are best for your business so that you avoid the mistake of going all in on a single strategy that might simply not work for you. So Traction covers 19 proven marketing channels. But more valuable than that, it covers a simple 4-step process that you can use to test and validate the most effective marketing opportunities for your specific business. This way, you can determine where you should be spending your money, where you should not be spending your money, and you can move forward with confidence knowing that you're investing in the right marketing opportunities. And again, as with the previous book, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about this book, before you pick up a copy, I do have a follow-up episode that covers some of my favorite insights, and I'll link that up for you down in the episode description box. Let's continue on to The Ultimate Guide to Google Ads by Perry Marshall, Brian Todd, and Mike Rhodes. People turn to Google when they're looking for a solution to a very specific problem. And so it's one of the ideal places for you to get in front of potential customers that are looking for your kind of product or service. Now, of course, it's completely free to rank in the natural search listings, but Google Ads allows your business to be listed at the very top of the results for terms that are highly relevant to your specific business. And this is especially important as a marketing channel if your business has some very clearly defined search phrases that people will use when they're looking for your product or your service, especially if those search phrases include either local terms or clear commercial intent, like Vancouver optometrist or cargo liner for Ford F-150 truck. So if there are phrases like that that exist for your particular business, then the Ultimate Guide to Google Ads can help you make the most of this opportunity. And it covers many of the best practices and advanced strategies that you're going to want to learn about if you're going to take full advantage of this platform. So I highly recommend that you pick up a copy of this book. Now, I originally read an earlier edition of this book. It does get updated every few years. So when you pick up a copy, be sure that you pick up the very latest edition so that you get the most up-to-date information. Let's continue on to The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising by Perry Marshall, Bob Regnerus, and Thomas Meloche. Love it or hate it, Facebook is one of the most effective ways to reach potential customers. You can target users based on age, location, gender, language, interests, and much more. And this is an especially powerful marketing channel if there is a social element to your product or your service, or even your brand. Because if customers are more likely to share or recommend something to do with your business or your brand, then this can magnify the overall impact of your advertising efforts on a social platform like Facebook. Now, the Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising can help you master this very important marketing channel. It covers the basics of advertising and it dives into specific tactics, best practices, and advanced strategies that are tailored specifically to Facebook advertising, and it also provides a lot of advice to help you decide whether or not this is the right marketing channel for your specific business. Now, as with the previous book, there are a number of editions of this book, so if you're going to end up buying a copy, be sure that you're picking up the very latest edition so that it has the latest updates. Let's continue on to Contagious by Jonah Berger. Word-of-mouth referral is arguably the single most powerful marketing strategy for most businesses. If you can make it more likely that your existing customers will share or recommend your products or your services or even your brand to other potential customers, this can have a profound impact on your long-term success. And this is especially true for smaller businesses that are selling directly to consumers. Now, unfortunately, many businesses believe that word of mouth comes down to luck. They might focus on things like making the best possible product or offering the best possible service, but beyond that, they tend to feel like word of mouth and whether or not somebody recommends your product to somebody else largely comes down to circumstance or luck. Well, this book focuses on the science of word of mouth referral. It introduces 6 principles of contagiousness, 6 different things that you can incorporate into your products or your services or even your brand communication to make it more likely that people will remember what it is that you do and recommend and share your work with other people. So if you're looking to take advantage of word of mouth referral, or if you want to magnify or improve your odds for having people recommend your products and services to other people, then I highly recommend that you pick up a copy of Contagious. And this is another book where I do have a follow-up episode covering some of my favorite insights from the book, and I'll link that up for you down in the video description box. Let's continue on to They Ask, You Answer by Marcus Sheridan. Some businesses rely entirely on paid advertising to attract potential customers. They build their entire marketing strategy around paying for attention. And this can be incredibly effective. There's nothing particularly wrong with paid advertising. But when you're entirely reliant on third-party ad networks that can change their policies or that can change their pricing, or where potential competitors can start to bid up the cost of advertising, this isn't the ideal position for you to be in, where your entire business is dependent on this one method of acquiring customers. So more and more businesses are turning to content marketing to strengthen their brand. This involves creating articles, blog posts, videos, podcasts, and other media to attract potential customers to your business without necessarily having to pay for their attention. And They Ask, You Answer provides a comprehensive guide to content marketing. It demystifies the process of using content to not only attract potential customers, but also to build trust and authority in your marketplace so you can strengthen your overall brand. Now, there are many great books on content marketing, but if you have an established business and you're simply looking to take advantage of this strategy to attract more attention to your business, then in my opinion, this is the very best book on the subject. And as with some of the other books in the list, I do have a follow-up episode that covers some of my favorite insights from this book, so you can check that out. I'll link that up for you down in the description box below. But those are 6 of the very best small business marketing books that you can read if you're interested in other business-related topics like social media marketing, digital marketing, entrepreneurship, product management, or leadership. I do have dedicated reading lists that cover some of my favorite books on those subjects and several others, and I'll link those up for you down in the episode description box. But that's it for this episode. If you have any questions or comments about anything that we covered here, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're interested in more content like this in the future, then I recommend that you subscribe or follow my updates on social media. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the future.